So, something that I really love is the way that people layer in mixed media. I think it's beautiful, I think it's amazing, and it is not something that I have mastered yet. So, one of my goals for 2021 is to allow myself to play more with it. So, something that I'm finding is that as I'm sort of pulling out products and doing this, I'm finding that it's not intuitive. So, what's intuitive to me when it comes to design is clean lines, grids, anything with a lot of order. But mixed media appeals to me because I think it's beautiful, but it doesn't have a lot of order. At least it doesn't seem to. And so what I'm finding is that I'm trying to replicate things that I've seen. So it doesn't feel very authentic to me. And so my goal is to play around in a way that feels authentic to me and finding my own style. So here I'm just taking some random tissue paper. This is like wrapping, like cheap tissue paper from the dollar store, something for gift wrapping. And I thought that it would be fun to have like a tissue type paper to layer in. So I know that mixed media is all about layers. And so the idea of having different textures is cool, but I feel like patterned paper is so thick that it's hard to make sort of seamless layers. So I thought that stamping on tissue paper might be, um, a way to add a layer in, just to play around and see. So I'm really paying attention here to my process and why I'm choosing to stamp where I'm stamping. Is it something that I've seen somebody do? Is it what feels like looks good to me? So this is really all about kind of understanding my own intuition with design and my own reasoning for things. I've seen people rip paper. So does ripping paper come naturally to me? Of course not. Um, but I think I'm just kind of experimenting. So I ended up semi liking this page. What I have found is that if I do something and I don't like it, all I have to do is put some white paint over it, and then I like the way that it looks. I would say that it's comparable in kind of the traditional scrapbooking that I do. When I play with mixed media and I put vellum over something, it sort of softens it and just makes it look better. So that's what I had done there with that brown paint that looked kind of wonky, and then I just put white paint over it and I liked it better. So then I just used some spray adhesive on that tissue paper and put it down, and now I'm just putting I made kind of a color scheme with my paint tubes that I liked. And I'm just, again, playing around and kind of thinking, why am I putting paint here? Do I think this is what I'm supposed to do? Is this what intuitively makes sense to me? So, like right here, I'm doing these dots. I always see people do these kind of like raindrop type things on mixed media. But then I thought, do I like the way that looks? Do I, again, kind of thinking, why am I doing this? And I ended up, sorry, you can hear my baby. She's playing next to me. I ended up pulling in some flowers here because I wasn't quite sure. You want Elmo? She wants Elmo. I pulled in some flowers because I don't know how to draw flowers, nor do I have the energy to learn how to draw flowers. So I thought I'll pull in some patterned paper. And this paper is really thick. So, I knew that it wouldn't work well for layering, but I thought it might be pretty, just for some accents. And here I've just got a little postage. I don't think I end up using um, the postage stamp on this particular page. So I ended up deciding that I didn't like the dots or the raindrop things or whatever those are. So I'm experimenting with my finger, with the brayer, with just messing things up. I think one of the other reasons that this process, she loves Elmo. I think one of the other reasons that this process is hard for me is because I don't have sort of a sense of what I'm going for. Like, am I stamping a quote afterwards? Am I putting a picture? Like, I didn't quite know what I was doing. And I realized that I don't have to know what I'm doing. I can just play around. It doesn't have to. So I have to kind of break these rules in my head about things. I just am so bad about that. Just having these like rigid ideas of what I should be doing. So I found this book. This is a 9 by 12 Jane Davenport mixed media book. I found this at Michael's on clearance for like $20. And I thought this will be a great opportunity for me to have a place to just play and, challenge some of these rules that I have in my head about things and just experiment. And, it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to have any purpose. It can just be for fun. So this is a quote that I'm stamping here that's from a friend of mine said this to me years ago. Life is a tapestry of bright and dark shades. And I had written it in my notes app on my phone. I do that a lot. Like if I come across a quote I like or something, I'll just put it in there. And I thought that this book could have quotes in it that I like. I thought that could be a thing that I do if I do end up having any kind of order to it. So I decided that I wanted to stamp some kind of quote here on this page. I had just took the jelly plate and made kind of vertical prints there in the middle of that 9 by 12 page. And then I just am stamping this here. So grabbed some random stuff from my stash, played around. This definitely is a less natural process for me, just putting random bits and bobs together without a lot of order. But I like the way that I'm paying more attention to my intuition and to my process and my why. Why am I doing this? Why am I putting this here? Do I think I'm supposed to? Do I feel like I have to fill this up? I just really like doing that with this. And I would encourage you, if this resonates with you, to try it, because it's fun, and I actually really like looking at these pages. There's so much to look at, more than my usual kind of design style. It's a little more complex, I guess, visually, which is kind of fun. And I had a lot of fun doing this. I haven't really been in the mood to scrapbook lately, but I wanted to create, so this is kind of a way to create without needing pictures or doing assignments or whatever. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions or thoughts in the comments.